we do a reaction to some of the Nations League fixtures from today. We start off with Spain dismantling Serbia 3-0. The European Championships and the European champions Spain, they are officially clinched their spots now with 10 points through 4 games, clinched their spots into the Nations League quarterfinals, which yes is now it's it's now quarterfinal the Nations League. They've enhanced the Nations League with now 2 teams getting out of each group, and it's turned into quarterfinals. But yes, Spain, they have claimed the place in the Nations League quarterfinal with that 3-0 win over Serbia, thanks to goals from Laporte, who opened up the scoring in the 5th minute, Morata with the second goal, and then Alex Banya finished it off in the 77th minute. Pavlovic got sent off right in the 76th minute, immediately after Alex Banya got the third. And yeah, dominating win for the Spanish national team, which no real surprises in my opinion. We knew the quality that Spain have. We know the ability individually that they have of their some talented players, and we know how they play as a unit. As well, now under Luis de la Fuente, they play some really good football. For every 10 shots Serbia had won, they outshot Serbia on a ratio of 10-1. 30 shots for Spain to 3 for Serbia. 10 shots on target for Serbia's 1. So that ratio also showed in the shots on target, with 10 shots for Spain and 1 shot for Serbia. 67% of the possession. It was completely one-sided. This is a Serbian team that, in my opinion, had a decent opening game in the European Championships against England, but had a pretty poor showing at the European Championship. I thought they were going to be much better, because on paper they have some quality. Serbia does, and they have players that can play some freaking football. That can pop the ball around, have a little bit of quality here and there. They can defend decently well, but just in the major international tournaments, they just don't show up. They don't show the quality that I expect from them. I don't see, the players stands out like the Vlahoviches, the Mitroviches, who are, again, nowhere to be seen in this game. They were just completely dominated. If you're obviously it's a poor showing if you're a Serbian fan. As far as Spain goes, no real surprises here. This Spanish national team that arguably looked like the best national team in the world right now, just based on the sheer performances. We'll discuss a little bit later Argentina and their 6-0 win over Bolivia. I just think the difference between Spain and Argentina is, Spain are completely dominating and outclassing teams. Argentina, they're a team that tends to rely on certain individual moments and overall a gritty, display and being able to win ugly. And that's naturally been their calling card under Lionel Scaloni. With Spain, they're able to completely dominate and outclass teams and create a lot of opportunities and play, more appealing football, more higher up the opponent's pitch football. And so, when I think of who's the best national team right now, I do have to give them, I wouldn't favorite them over Argentina, but I really put them neck to neck, because, Argentina is a team that that does deserve respect in the fact that they are defending World Cup champions. They've won the last 2 Copa Americas. And until someone shows that they can, topple Argentina by defeating Argentina, I'm not going to put a team ahead of them. But I think Spain is just right there. And also, the great part about it is we get to see this game, Spain versus Argentina. We'll get that finalissima. Is set to take place potentially in 2025. Maybe there's a chance it happens. Maybe 2025, maybe early 2026, which is another report I saw. But it remains to be seen. I know it's a little bit difficult with the Nations League now coming up, and that's being expanded to adding quarterfinals, which will take a little bit more time now. So we'll see. But hopefully that is a game that we get. Cause wow, it is a game that we'll get. But hopefully it's a game we get soon. Cause that's really gonna show us a lot. Entering this World Cup on the 2026 World Cup. Going back though to this Nations League fixtures today, the other big game that I had my eyes on was Portugal-Scotland. Portugal-Scotland, which also took place today. Scotland, they're obviously coming off that disappointing late loss that they suffered with the winning goal from Kramaric against Croatia. Portugal, on the other hand, they had the victory over Poland, nice, comfortable victory over Poland, and they entered with a perfect record, 3 of 3. They dropped their first points. They did it against Scotland team that is more likely than not looking like the team that will get relegated in this group. Scotland, they had a pop around. They defended pretty well, tried to make it as tight as possible, tried to make it difficult for Portugal. But you see the play, I don't want to keep talking about Ronaldo this, Ronaldo that. Obviously, I've made it clear on what I think of Ronaldo. But again, today just didn't get really involved enough. You look at the players of this team: Jota, Conceição, Bruno Fernandes, Palhinha, Vitinha, Nuno Mendes, Ruben Dias, Cancelo, Diego Costa, and then you see the quality that they're able to bring in off the bench. You're talking players like João Felix, Rafael Leao, Bernardo Silva, Ruben Neves, players like Diego Dalot, Francisco Trincao, who hasn't even really been that much involved with Portugal lately. Players like him on the bench just shows the quality that this Portuguese team have. And if Roberto Martinez was able to get it together, they would be a dangerous outfit, but they really can't get out of their own way. They had not a shocking Euros, but a very expected Euros, but a extremely underwhelming European Championship. And now the draw today, it really tells the story for me in Portugal and how, the story of them. Northern Ireland got a 5-0 win over Bulgaria. Romania, 2-1 win over Lithuania. Luxembourg, Belarus finished 1-1. Switzerland and Denmark played out an entertaining 2-2 draw. Kosovo got a 3-0 win over Cyprus. Poland and Croatia stalemate 3-3. That's the other two teams in the group with Scotland and Portugal. And to read off the standings, we'll just read League A standings. The top two teams, keep in mind, the top two teams move on. Right now, after 4 of the 6 games, Portugal sit first with 10 points in Group 1. Croatia sits second with 7. Poland find themselves third with 4. And Scotland is last with 1 point. Keep in mind that the last place teams get relegated. So Scotland really have to do some work in their final 2 games to save themselves. Italy find themselves first place, already clinched. I don't know if they mathematically clinched. They're on the verge of clinching qualification with 10 points, sitting pretty at the top. France also looking comfortable with 9 points, 5 points ahead of Belgium, who have 4 points, and then Israel sitting in 4th. They're kind of get relegated. Germany in League A Group 3, Germany find themselves top of that group right now, looking very, very comfortable, gonna be in the quarterfinals, 10 points from the first 4 games. Netherlands sitting second with 5 points. tied with Hungary sitting third with 5 points. The difference between them two is a goal differential. Netherlands having +2, Hungary having a -3, which is a 5 goal differential. But the big thing about it is we will get Netherlands and Hungary match day 5, played at the Johan Cruyff Arena. Hungary will be a little bit more desperate in that game, needing that result because of the massive superior goal differential Netherlands have. And then Bosnia sitting bottom of that group with 1 point. Bosnia, they're gonna get relegated from there. Spain, dominant so far in this group. 3 wins, a draw, 10 points from the first four games. Denmark sitting second with 7 points from 4 games. Serbia finishing so far third with 4 points from the first 4 games. And then Switzerland, in my opinion, a real shock when based on what we've seen from them at this European Championship, seeing themselves only with 1 point, from these games, suffering, losses to Serbia, Spain, Denmark, some of the and then now having the draw, their first point with that draw against Denmark. Honestly, it's been really disappointing for a Switzerland team that I think would build on the momentum that they had at this European Championship, because not only did they get some really, really good results, but they played some fantastic football and they were amazing to watch. And to sit there only with 1 point afterwards, I was really surprised when I saw that. And now they take on a Serbian team in which they're a direct battle win to fight for, potential relegation. Then they take on Spain at the end, which maybe Spain could go in there, maybe, resting a few guys here and there because they've probably wrapped up qualification by then. Maybe that gives Switzerland a way to save themselves. But yeah, I'm really surprised that Switzerland is sitting bottom. And, as we speak right now, they're looking like the team that might will get relegated in that group. But I still think they have it in them to battle out of there. I believe in the quality of this team, and I believe in what I saw at the Summers European Championship.